Okay guys, we are continuing our very strange but very cool journey among some weird games, and we have one here. When I first saw Saturnalia, it was like, wow, like how is it possible the game can look like that? And I'm super excited to speak with the creator of Saturnalia, Pietro. Hi, how are you?
Hey, I was just gonna say thank you so much for that beautiful intro. I'm very glad that you liked it.
Thank you for creating such beautiful game. And first, I have a very quick question. What the word Saturnalia means?
So, Saturnalia is an alternate name for the winter solstice, basically, and it's the name of the festival that was celebrated during the winter solstice in Roman times. And the reason why the game is called like that is because really there's this ritual at the center of the game that has existed throughout not even centuries but millennia, right? And it's been adopted and adapted by different cultures and different people that have inhabited specifically the island of Sardinia. And so the idea by calling it Saturnalia is that we put attention on the fact that this has always existed, and even if people have given it different names, such as Christmas, that's really like saying, hey, this is kind of like the protagonist of the game, is this event that has always existed. We've started from two different sort of like central inspirations in terms of our direction, which two is a little reductive, but let me explain a bit more. So there's this beautiful tradition of Italian comics that are edited by Sergio Bonelli in Italian, and some of which are known internationally, such as Dylan Dog and others. This is a horror comic, and I think we grew up associating horror to that look. And so I think always in our head, the game had that kind of like feeling, that kind of narrative, and I also kind of like had a chance to look that way. And that's about, the fact that it looks hand-drawn and it looks etched. The other side of it is the way we use color and light, and that's really taken from a tradition of Italian horror and cinema in the 70s and the 80s. So if you look at the work of Mario Bava and Dario Argento, you will see similarities in how there's this way of using light that is unrealistic, but it used to communicate emotion and setup. We try to achieve the same kind of feeling programmatically in the game. So as a matter of fact, the game is actually in black and white. There's not a single texture in the game that has color to it.
Really?
Well, the color that you see in the game is through post-processing and lighting. So it's kind of like colored artificially. There's no natural color to things, right? And that really, I think it makes the game stand out. We really worked on it to create something that, as you said, like you look at one screen and be like, this is that game. There's no chance of confusing it with something else, which I think is very important. And also to kind of like create a bond with the player and in their memory about that specific experience that they get. So the game is coming out this year. And on PC, it will be exclusive to Epic Games Store, but we will be announcing more platform support soon. One thing that I'm very proud of is something that we worked on with the accessibility features with the game. When you play it, you have like a number of sliders and options to accommodate your play style. If you want a more immersive experience, a more streamlined experience, a more challenging experience, we accommodate that, and we have some pre-made setups that kind of like resonate with different kinds of players. There is a lot of experimental systems in the game, things that have never been done before, and that's something that we always try to do. And with this game, we really like went all in, handling player guidance through the level in a different way, handling game overs in a different way. And so I'm very much looking forward to what people will think when they try these new things that I haven't quite experienced in other games yet, in terms of specifically gameplay and progression. On a first try, I'm going to say 10 to 15 hours long. Of course, it can be speedrun, but that's on your first playthrough. That's what you should expect. There is a lot of player freedom in the game. It compared to many other horror games that are more of a linear experience if they are narrative based. Our game is very much telling a story, but it really allows you to kind of like tackle the locales and the missions in any order with any of the available characters, and the narrative will adapt to kind of like make the characters say things that progress the story and still make sense with everything that has happened, may have happened, may have not happened before any specific event in the game. So that's also something new that we're doing.